special meeting of the North Smithfield School Committee to order of September 30th, 2019. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Lombardi?
Present.
Mrs. Sherrill? Here. Mr. Connell? Mrs. Johannes? Here. Mr. Jones?
Here.
Mrs. Mayo? Here. And Mrs. Votto?
I know it's not on the agenda, but let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. Let the record reflect the promise. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We can move directly to the consent agenda. Does anybody have any questions on the consent agenda? Go ahead.
A1, 3A1. Sherry, do you know, is she still occupying the position?
Yes. October 4th, so Wednesday.
No.
Never mind.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Motion's been made
Second.
and seconded. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. New business, the approval of the NSASP contract, which is subject to ratification by the town council. I'll just say a few words about this. Obviously, if anyone has any questions and would like to go over anything, we do have Lisa here, and myself, and the negotiating team. And let me start by saying, well, thank you all for being here tonight. I know this is a special meeting. I'll try to be as brief as possible. And I want to thank the negotiating team of Michael St. Jean, Lisa Markov, Alicia Melvin, Peg Votter, and Fran Johannes, and the negotiating team for the NSASP. This was not an easy negotiation. We were tough at times, but you know what? This was very, very respectful. They thanked us many times for being respectful, and even if we disagree, they said that this was the most respectful negotiation they've ever been in. So thank you for that. And I appreciate that. And just one thing, that I'd like to thank the support staff for our buildings looking so good, our office work getting done, and our students achieving better grades. The subcommittee approved the contract that came out, and we do have a fiscal note attached. I mean, I can go through it very quickly. Does anybody have any questions about the contract? Obviously, we think it's a very fair contract. We have the fiscal note that was attached with the net impact of year one is $67,419. Second year is $48,708. And the third year is $52,393. We think that we achieved good things in this contract, and I do want to say that for the vast majority of people who are under this contract, these things that we changed wouldn't be effective against them. It would be, though, if there were people that were, I'm going to say, trying to take advantage of the system. We tried to lock in some loopholes that people were getting away with in this contract, and we think we achieved it. But again, it is not against the vast majority of people in the union. It was a few of them that we were able to negotiate better terms. We have the old contract versus the new contract. I don't know if everybody reviewed it. Does anybody have any questions on that? One of the major things, let me just go to the major things, that I think that the negotiating team should be proud of is, and Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong here, when if you went out on workers' comp paid you a certain amount of money, and the school department would pay the difference. So you would get 100% of your net pay, even though you were out on workers' comp, indefinitely. We have changed that to 30 days. So the maximum number you can get where you would collect both would be 30 days. We saw this as helpful in trying to get people back to work. You know, if there's a short-term issue, less than 30 days, we felt that maybe, you know, we could be a little more generous to pay the whole thing, but if you're out an extended period of time, maybe more beneficial for you to come back earlier if you are only getting the workers' comp portion. We obviously increased the co-shares, as you saw. In regards to the health care, the employee pays the first $250 of the co-share and the first $500 of the co-share in regards to this, right? The deductible. I'm sorry. Whereas before it was, what's the difference? Before it was.
Before they would get, it was 400, 750.
Right, but we would pay, they would get reimbursed first.
A family plan would get, they always paid the second half, but if you were in a family plan, you would get the deductible after each individual up to the max. Now you have to incur the entire family deductible before you get any reimbursement.
And is there any other major items that I missed? Lisa?
The co-share went up to 11% each year.
We also saw that completely lost my train of thought on that. I'm sorry. We also saw that we were going to pay, and this was on our side, a good attendance incentive. And we thought that if people are only utilizing a small amount of sick days during the year, we would pay them a small bonus. It's not material, but it's a thank you for not taking sick leave, maybe for a headache or something that maybe you say, yeah, let me go in and get the $250 or $500 bonus this year. Anybody have any other questions? So, does anybody want to go into executive session? Okay. So then I'll entertain a motion to approve the NSASSP contract subject to ratification by the North Smithfield Town Council as presented. Motion's been made.
Second.
And second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lombardi?
Yes.
Mrs. Shara?
Yes.
Mrs. Johannes?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Mayo?
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. I believe the rest of the agenda pertains to executive session. Since we didn't go to executive session, I'll entertain a motion. If there's any further business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion to made. And second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Good enough.